Hello and a warm welcome to another edition of Sports 360. The week gone by has been full of thrills, spills, chills and wow moments. I am Anil Thomas. The first edition of Khelo India University Game Action sees new sporting talent for India, creating all the thrills and spills. Chinese swimmer being handed an 8-year doping ban is a shocker of a moment in sports. And the IOC clearly indicating that the Olympics is very much on track. Lots to look forward to in the next 30 minutes. But first up, let's get started with the top story we are tracking this week from Khelo India University Games. Himachal Pradesh's Jyotika Datta has created history in Khelo India University Games with a gold in fencing EP category. Here's the story of grit and determination and a future which looks bright in a country which is still in its early stage when it comes to fencing. Here's more in this report.
Size does not always matter. Ask Himachal Pradesh's Jyotika Datta, the AP specialist who is taking the Indian fencing world by storm. Petite, lean and more often than not the shorter fencer in a competition that has rarely come in her way of overpowering taller and bigger opponents. The 22-year-old underlined her growing stature on the sport, clinching the first gold for Amritsar's Guru Nanak Dev University in the fencing competition of Khelo India University Games.
अभी इंडिया में इतना ज़्यादा फेंसिंग को पॉपुलर स्पोर्ट्स नहीं माना जा रहा है और हमें इतना ज़्यादा स्पॉन्सर्स एंड बाकी सब नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो इसलिए एक्सपोजर्स की कमी आ रही है और हमें एक साल में 1 से 2 कंपटीशन खेलने को मिलते हैं, जबकि इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे 200 कंपटीशंस होते हैं एक साल में फेंसिंग के, तो वही हमें इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे कम्पीट करने के लिए वो सारे कॉम्पिटिशन्स खेलने पड़ेंगे, तो इसलिए थोड़ा.
Just back from a highly productive stint in France at the International Fencing Federation's High Performance Centre, Jyotika used that experience to bail herself out of a tricky start. And sure enough, she didn't disappoint. Up against an opponent at least 6 inches taller than she is, in Yashkirat Hayar, Jyotika raced to a 5-point lead and completed an emphatic 15-5 win. The final was a much tougher proposition with Lintoy Hawam from Manipur University matching her point for point. Yet Jyotika prevailed 15-14, using her small frame and quick feet to her advantage.
अभी मैं नेशनल टीम में हूँ, अभी ओलंपिक क्वालिफायर्स होने हैं. अगर मैं उसके लिए क्वालिफाई कर लेती हूँ तो मैं ओलंपिक क्वालिफायर खेलने जाऊँगी. वो आई थिंक कोरिया में हो रहे हैं और उसके बाद एशियन चैंपियनशिप है, वो भी कोरिया में.
Jyotika came into prominence in the 2018 Asian Games, powering her way to the quarterfinals. In the 2 years since then, she has only been climbing up, making it to the higher echelons of the sport. And now, with gold at the Khelo India University Games, she's all set to conquer the world.
The story of Jyotika Datta shows that if there is a will, there is a way. Khelo India University Games have now opened up a new vistas for these athletes who wants to make it big in the international arena. With cameraman Smurti Ranjan, this is Tapash Bhattacharya, DD News, Bhubaneswar.
Well, his boyish charm notwithstanding, Ahmed Habab comes across as any Indian playing in the Khelo India University Games in Odisha. But beneath that look is a story of determination and grit of a 20-year-old boy from war-torn Syria. Yes, you heard it right, from Syria, who's trying to find his way through football. Here's more in this report.
6 months ago, 20-year-old Ahmed Habab embarked on his journey from Syria, not knowing the outcome or what to expect in a country like India. But 6 months later, he has become a household name in KIIT University, which is incidentally hosting the first Khelo India University Games. Studying in the first year of a Bachelor of Technology degree at the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, the boy from Syria has also caught the imagination with his football skills. And now he's gearing up for his first moment in the spotlight representing his college at the Khelo India University Games.
I feel so good. Yes, India is a beautiful country, beautiful people. Yes, a great culture.
The unrest in Syria, part of a wider wave of the 2011 Arab Spring protests, saw many giving up their dreams, but not Ahmed Habab. The 20-year-old who had nurtured his dream to play for his country found his calling in India. 6 months ago, when he got the scholarship offered to study in India, it all fell into place. He now hopes to impress at the University Games and attract a few scouts from the Indian Super League.
Kelo India is good tournament. It's big tournament. You play with another people, another cities, another level. Maybe you find high level, easy level.
Syria is still struggling with the protests and its aftermaths, and things may be getting back to normalcy, but thousands of miles away, students like Ahmed are rebuilding their career in India, which has provided them platforms such as Khelo India University Games to launch their dreams.
The story of Ahmed Habab establishes India's long-standing ethos of Atiti Devo Bhava. The boy from Syria not just pursued his education dream in the country, but with Khelo India University Games giving him the wings to pursue his sporting career also in the country. With cameraman Smurti Ranjan, this is Tapush Bhattacharya, DD News, Bhubaneswar.
Well, we've all seen the movie Dangal. What if we tell you there is a real-life Dangal in India, especially in swimming? Yes, the story of Jyoti and Aarti at the Khelo India University Games is nothing short of a Bollywood masala, and they are living up to their billing as India's swimming Dangal sisters.
It's not just a passion for winning that University of Mumbai's Jyoti and Aarti, who are setting the swimming pool at the Khelo India University Games 2020 on fire, share. They hang out together, pull pranks on each other, and even enjoy the same kind of films. No surprise there, of course, they are identical twins. Yes, Jyoti and Aarti Patel are best friends and training partners too. But they are also fierce competitors once they are out there in the water. Their father, Bajirao Patil, harbored Olympic swimming dreams, but when that didn't go far, he imbibed them into his daughters.
खुद स्विमर था, लेकिन मैं सी स्विमिंग करता था, लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस, मैराथन करता था, लेकिन शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस में मुझे नेशनल, इंटरनेशनल खेलने के लिए चांस नहीं मिला, इसलिए मेरा दो लड़की हुआ और दो जुड़वा लड़की से मैं स्विमिंग करने का तय किया कि ये इंडिया के लिए प्रेजेंट और इंटरनेशनल के लिए मेडल लेने के लिए तैयार करूंगा, तो इसीलिए मैं दो लड़की के लिए बनाया है और इंडिया का मेडल अभी तक अंडर 17, अंडर 19, 21, सीनियर नेशनल और खेलो इंडिया सब जगह गोल्ड मेडल, सिल्वर मेडल, ब्रॉन्ज मेडल एक ही ब्लॉक में दोनों चढ़ते हैं.
Patil twins have already grabbed 9 medals between them on the penultimate day of the swimming competition. Between them, however, the twins have over 100 medals over several events at the district, state and national level. In fact, they have won 14 medals in the Khelo India University Games. They follow the dictate of their father, who is in the Mumbai Police Force when it comes to events. The twin sisters have now set their sight on World Championships, and quite rightly, they are being called the real-life Dangal sisters.
पहले तो मेरे पापा सी स्विमिंग करते थे, तभी उनको इतना फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं मिला कि वो आगे ओलंपिक नेशनल लेवल जा सके, इसलिए उनका सपना था कि मैं नहीं कर सकता, मेरे डॉटर सन जो भी होगा वो करना चाहिए आगे. बहुत अच्छा लगता है क्योंकि सिस्टर्स एक ही कौन से भी गेम में नहीं मिलते, हम लोग देखते हैं और हम लोगों को फर्स्ट सेकंड मिलता है हर इवेंट में, तो सब लोग बोलते हैं अरे अच्छा कर रही है सिस्टर फर्स्ट सेकंड, वो भी सेम इवेंट ब्रेस्ट स्ट्रोक में, तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है. मतलब हम दोनों का ऐसा नहीं कि वो सिस्टर है तो उसको एक इवेंट में आगे जाने दो, मैं दूसरे इवेंट में आगे जाऊंगी, ऐसा कुछ नहीं रहता. हम जैसे प्रैक्टिस में भी इवन हम जैसे कॉम्पिटिटर रहते हैं वैसे ही हम लोग इवन प्रैक्टिस में भी और कॉम्पिटिशन में भी फाइट करते हैं.
The twin sisters have now set their sight on World Championships, and quite rightly, they are being called the real-life Dangal sisters.
The story of Jyoti and Aarti is a story of a real-life Dangal. The only difference is that it is in the swimming pool. Khelo India University Games has given wings to the hopes and aspiration of these two girls who want to make it big in the international arena. With cameraman Smurti Ranjan, this is Tapush Bhattacharya, TD News, Bhubaneswar.
Well, moving ahead, Shefali Verma once again was at the forefront with a blistering 34 balls 47 after spinner Radha Yadav's career best of 4 for 23 helped India notch a 7-wicket victory over Sri Lanka in the Women's T20 World Cup. Shefali smashed 7 fours and a 6 in a brisk knock as India completed the chase of 114 with 32 deliveries to spare and entered the semi-finals with an all-win record. Earlier, Radha helped India restrict Sri Lanka to a modest 113 for 9. India topped Group A with 4 wins. The Indianese had defeated Australia, Bangladesh and New Zealand en route to the semi-finals, and the 4th win against Sri Lanka was the icing on the cake. India had also reached the semi-finals in 2009, 2010 and 2018 edition of the event. The semis will be played on the 5th of March with the final on the 8th of March. That's Women's Day in Melbourne. Commonwealth Games Federation has approved a controversial move after India had threatened to boycott if shooting was dropped from the next Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. India will host the archery and shooting events at the 2022 Commonwealth Games 6 months before the main event in Birmingham. The proposal was put forward by India, who threatened to boycott Birmingham 2022 after shooting was excluded. Both events will take place in Chandigarh in January 22, with the main games from 27th of July to the 7th of August in 2022. A move to stage the 2022 Commonwealth Games archery and shooting competitions in India 6 months before Birmingham hosts the rest of the games has been approved. The Commonwealth Games Federation announced that the competitions would take place in Chandigarh in January of that year, with the main games in Birmingham starting in July. Pressure has been building on administrators to reverse their previous decision to drop the sport from the medals program after India threatened to boycott the games. As an alternative, both events will take place in Chandigarh in January 2022, with the main games from 27th of July to the 7th of August in Birmingham.
I also thank the Lordship and team for their support in the UK Parliament for the inclusion of shooting and archery in the upcoming Commonwealth Games 2020 in Birmingham.
Birmingham decided not to include shooting and archery in its sports program for 2022. However, India, which has an excellent record in shooting and won 16 medals at the Gold Coast Games in 2018, initially threatened to boycott the Birmingham event following the decision. As discussion progressed, that threat was withdrawn in December. Shooting has been included in every games apart from one since 1966. The solution was arrived after months of posturing and negotiations, and according to the Commonwealth Games Federation Chief Executive David Gravenberg, 2022 Games will be a pilot program to check the feasibility of hosting future Commonwealth Games in different cities and countries even.
Shooting in the Commonwealth Games in 2018 in the Gold Coast was the fourth most popular sport. Out of all the competing nations, which was 52 nations, 34 or 32 were represented in shooting in terms of teams and individuals. So therefore it didn't make any sense to me that you remove number 4 and you bring in somebody who's number 37 or something like that.
India will spend crores to host the two sports that lack competitiveness in Commonwealth, in which they are expected to win more than a dozen medals. However, this should be seen as a big diplomatic victory for India. The return of the two disciplines for the next edition of the Commonwealth Games is a cause of celebrating the rising power of Indian might in sports both on and off the field. Narayan Singh's report, TT News. Well, India ended their campaign at the Asian Wrestling Championship with a record haul of medals. The event opened with Greco-Roman competitions where Sunil Kumar ended host's 27-year wait for a gold medal. Records were broken in the women's category too, as the Indian contingent ended the championship with 8 medals, 3 gold, 2 silver and 3 bronze, their biggest haul at the event. Among men, Ravi Daya at the 57 kilogram category was the sole gold medalist for India in the freestyle category. 4 silver and 2 bronze in the men's freestyle category rounded off the campaign for the hosts, who finished second on the team charts behind Iran.
The latest edition of Asian Wrestling Championship in New Delhi saw India rake up a record haul of 20 medals across all 3 formats. The event opened up with Greco-Roman competition where Sunil Kumar ended India's 27-year wait for a gold medal. 4 bronze medals followed through Arjun Halakurki, Ashu, Aditya Kundu and Hardeep Singh, as India recorded their best ever performance at the competition in the Greco-Roman category. Here are some key takeaways from the 6-day event. Bajrang Vinesh and the Japanese Riddle. Star Indian wrestler Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Fogart were built to bask in glory at home. Instead, the duo returned with a bronze each, much to the disappointment of the partition crowd. While Bajrang was the defending champion, Vinesh had set out to better her third-place finish from last year. It may be argued that Vinesh was a victim of a tough draw that put her against her nemesis Mayu Mukaida in the first round. However, what can't be contested is the fact that the Indian never even looked like threatening the Japanese. Ravi Deepak reaffirmed promise. Youngster Ravi Daya and Deepak Punia used to stage to reaffirm their class. Ravi, playing in the 57 kg class, won India's lone gold in men's competition, while Deepak, a silver medalist at last year's Senior World Wrestling Championship in 86 kg division, took home a bronze. First Greco-Roman gold in 27 years. Sunil Kumar defeated Kyrgyzstan wrestler in the 87 kg summit bout to win India's first Greco-Roman gold medal in the Asian Wrestling Championship in 27 years. Entering the gold medal bout after a come-from-behind victory in semi-final, Kumar comprehensively defeated his opponent in the final of 87 kg category at the KD Yadav Indoor Stadium. And off-road for Sakshi. 4 years back at the Rio Olympics, Sakshi Malik had ended India's 11-day medal-less streak with a memorable bronze against Asalu Tainabekova of Kyrgyzstan. That medal secured in the dying seconds of the bout promised a glorious future for then 23-year-old. However, having won just one gold in 4 years since that Rio medal, her career is at the crossroads. Competing in the non-Olympic 65 kg weight class, Sakshi won a silver medal after going down to Japan's Naomi Ruiki in the final. Second round rising. While the big names such as Bajrang, Vinesh and Sakshi failing to come up with the performance of note, India's young guns stoked hopes. Deepak, yet to compete a year in the senior circuit, followed his World Championship silver with a bronze in New Delhi. In the 79 kg class, 18-year-old Gaurav Balyan impressed with relentless energy, mat awareness and easy power. Among women, Sonam in 62 kg category and Anshu in 57 kg impressed on senior debut. Gaurav Kumar support, DD India.
Well, moving to football and Champions League, Chelsea have a mountain to climb in the UEFA Champions League outing in the second leg, as they have lost that opening leg to Bayern Munich 3-0. So it's a huge mountain to climb. Robert Lewandowski is in form with the gifted number 9 assisting the former Arsenal striker with 2 goals and scoring one of his own. Antonio Griezmann's second-half equalizer handed Barcelona a vital goal and earned them a 1-1 draw against Napoli in the Champions League last 16 first-leg meeting. A superb curling strike from Dries Mertens put the home side in front after half an hour and saw the Belgian draw level with Marek Hamsik as Napoli's all-time top scorer with 121 goals. Lucas Tosad's first-half goal led Lyon to a 1-0 defeat of visitors Juventus in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 tie. Juventus had 14 shots but failed to put one on target in the loss. The second leg is on March 17th in Turin. Well, moving to the next game, the Catalan masterminded a 2-1 victory at the Santiago Bernabeu as Gabriel Jesus and Kevin De Bruyne gave the Etihad outfit a huge advantage. Pep Guardiola returned to Real Madrid and reminded his old rivals just why he's so despised. Manchester City are living European life on the edge, but Guardiola isn't going to die wondering. With a 2-year ban from the Champions League set to start at the beginning of next season, Guardiola, with just 1 year remaining on his contract, now goes into every tie with the threat that it could be his last. Atlanta continued their dream debut Champions League campaign with a 4-1 win over Valencia in an entertaining last 16 first-leg meeting at San Siro. Two-time runners-up Valencia will host the Italian club in the return leg on March 10th. Timo Werner scored his 26th goal of the season to put RB Leipzig in pole position for a place in the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals with a 1-0 win against Tottenham Hotspur in the last 16 first leg. Last season, Spurs reached the Champions League final before losing to Liverpool, but the London side's campaign was marked by some remarkable comeback performance against Manchester City and Ajax. They will need to come up with something similar playing away in the return leg. Well, the world said goodbye to Kobe and Gianna Bryant in an emotional and star-studded celebration of their lives. His wife, Vanessa, spoke publicly for the first time since her husband and daughter's death. She fought back tears when speaking about the loss of her young daughter and husband. A gallery of basketball legends joined thousands of Kobe Bryant fans in Los Angeles to pay tributes to the NBA star, his daughter and 7 others who died in a helicopter crash last month that shocked the world of sports and beyond. The Celebration of Life Memorial at the Staples Center, Bryant's home arena during most of his storied 20-season career with the Los Angeles Lakers, featured an emotional address by Bryant's widow, Vanessa, who started dating Kobe when he was 17. She told a rapt audience that included National Basketball Academy luminaries and show business celebrities about the pain of losing her 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, an amazingly sweet and gentle soul, and the husband she called her soulmate.
Kobe and I have been together since I was 17 and a half years old. I was his first girlfriend, his first love, his wife, his best friend, his confidant, and his protector. He was the most amazing husband. Kobe loved me more than I could ever express or put into words. He was the early bird and I was the night owl. I was fire and he was ice, and vice versa at times. We balanced each other out. He would do anything for me. I have no idea how I deserved a man that loved and wanted me more than Kobe.
Bryant, who joined the NBA at age 13 straight out of high school, was a 5-time champion and 4th highest scorer in the league history with 33,643 points.
May you both rest in peace and have fun in heaven until we meet again one day. We love you both and miss you forever and always. Mommy.
Bryant and others were killed on Jan 26th in a crash in California while en route to a youth basketball tournament at which Kobe was planning to coach his daughter and her teammates. Vanessa Bryant filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the operator of the helicopter. The pilot was one of those killed in the accident. An avid basketball player herself, Gianna hoped one day to play for the powerhouse college program at the university, and she bonded with her father over their shared love of the game.
God knew they couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to heaven together. Babe, you take care of our Gigi. And I got Nani, Bibi, and Coco. We're still the best team.
Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and former Bryant teammate Shaquille O'Neal were among the Basketball Hall of Famers who attended the memorial, which opened with a performance by singer Beyonce and montage of Bryant's on-court achievements. Fans gathered outside the arena hours before the ceremony started, many of them clad in Lakers purple and gold t-shirt. Inside the Staples Center, the mood was somber. Concession stands were closed and cell phone use discouraged. Attendees were not allowed in if they arrived late. The proceedings attracted a A-list of Hollywood stars including Jennifer Lopez, Queen Latifah, and Spike Lee. Grammy Award winner musician Alicia Keys performed Moonlight Sonata. After his 20-year playing career, the Lakers retired both jersey numbers Bryant wore for the team 8 and 24, which hang from the arena's rafters, along with the numbers of other Lakers greats including Johnson and O'Neal. During the annual NBA All-Star Weekend 3 weeks after the crash, the league said it would name its All-Star Game Most Valuable Player honor for Bryant. Since his death, tributes to Bryant have appeared across the Los Angeles area with his numbers displayed on the city buses bearing Rest in Peace Kobe signs and purple and gold lights added to the pylons at LAX Airport. Sports 360, DD India. Well, Maria Sharapova has announced her retirement from international tennis at the age of 32. The Russian had won her first Grand Slam at Wimbledon in 2004 and went on to claim 5 Grand Slam titles during her career. The last of those came at the French Open in 2014, and she struggled to reach her previous standards after returning from a 15-month doping ban in 2017 as injuries took their toll. Her last appearance in a Grand Slam saw her lose in the first round at the Australian Open in January. Triple Olympic swimming champion Sun Yang has been banned from the sport for 8 years for missing an out-of-competition doping test by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Sun, at 28, a 6-time Olympic medalist and the first Chinese man to win a swimming gold medal at the Games, had been fighting a multi-year battle with the World Anti-Doping Agency to preserve his eligibility in international competition. The 28-year-old is one of China's top athletes, having won 2 gold medals at the 2012 London Olympics and another one in Rio de Janeiro in 2016. It's the second ban Sun has received for doping after the Chinese swimmer served one in 2014. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach said the body is fully committed to the Tokyo Olympics going ahead on schedule despite the threat of a further spread of the new coronavirus. Bach told Japanese media in a conference call that the IOC is fully committed to a successful Olympic Games in Tokyo starting July 24th. Asked whether there were alternatives to hold the Olympics as scheduled, as suggested in a recent interview with IOC member Dick Pound, Bach only said, "I'm not going to add any fuel to the flames of speculation." Bach followed Pound's script that the best thing to do was to prepare full speed for the Tokyo Games going ahead as planned. Yoga, an ancient practice and meditation, has become increasingly popular in today's busy society. For many people, yoga provides a retreat from their chaotic and busy lives, and to provide the same, India's biggest yoga and wellness festival was held in Gurugram recently. Here's more in this report.
India's biggest yoga and wellness festival, celebrating the amalgamation of yoga, meditation, health and wellness that will rejuvenate the mind, body and spirit. Let's find out more from the expert.
Aerial yoga is basically a hybrid yoga, you can call it, because it incorporates traditional yoga postures with Pilates, with certain dance moves, and make it like really interesting. Also, something very interesting about aerial yoga is because it is done with the help of a hammock, so you can even try the postures which you cannot otherwise try it on the mat. It has helped me tremendously because the biggest benefits of aerial yoga is it really tones up your muscle and it strengthens your core because you function entirely from your core. So it really strengthens your core. It is extremely good for your lower back and extremely good for building strength in your arms.
Acro yoga involves the power of acrobatics and has a wisdom of yoga and it compassion of healing arts. I would say it's a very beautiful fusion. It also involves some yogic postures, some acrobatic drills, and it's a very creative form. So it just started from very, very basic postures. We call it bird, but now it has evolved. People try their own creativity and basically they're having fun. So there are some postures coming from circus art, but you create it on your own. So this is the in basic terms what I can explain acro yoga.
I taught Kundalini yoga at 2 o'clock. And Kundalini yoga is known as the yoga of awareness. Kundalini is a dormant energy that's lying at the base of your spine. And when we awaken that energy, which is a female cosmic energy of creativity, all our chakras open and we actually get connected to the source. The benefits of Kundalini yoga, it combines breath work, kriyas, mudras, meditation, and basically raises our vibration so that we are in tune with all the positivity that the cosmos has available to you, and it just makes you feel centered, less anxious. It's healthy for you, and the breath cleanses you, and your mind, and your heart, and your soul. I've been practicing for about 10 years, and I've been a yoga teacher for about 5 years, and I love it.
I represented India globally at the United Nations in New York, and that was amazing. We were really talking about a global movement of being fit and being healthy. Today's session was actually the movements in the spine, the 7 movements in the spine, and how you can stay fit and healthy, working the spine in all 7 directions.
Now it's time for us to roll on the yoga mat. Till then, stay fit, stay healthy. With camera support, Alok and Srinivas, this is Sachi Soni for DD News.
Well, that's all in this edition of Sports 360. You like our program, do tell others. You don't, drop us a mail on ddindiasports360@gmail.com. One sporting thought to help all sports lovers. The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning. Take care, have a safe and wonderful sporting week ahead, enjoying and playing sports. Bye-bye.